Dear students, for class 11th, the questions of the Slik Road. This is chapter number 8. Chapter number 8, class 11th. Page number 82. Understanding the text. Give reasons for the following statements. Give reasons for the following statements. The article, question number 1 इसका 1 है. The article has been titled Slik Road. The article has been titled Slik Road. इसका आंसर क्या आएगा ये हमें देखना है. The article has been titled Slik Road because the protagonists explored the region of old Slik Route, which was one of the historical routes for trade. The route connected Afro-Eurasian land trade of Chinese silk, spices, teas and porcelain, Indian textiles, paper and precious stones, Roman Empire's gold, silver, glassware, wine, carpets and jewels were done. Question number 2 है Tibetan mastiffs were popular in China's imperial courts. इसका आंसर है Tibetan mastiffs were popular in China's imperial courts as big hunting dogs. They were fearless and furious with big jaws. They were brought along the Silk Road as a watchdog from Tibet. They were a tribute in ancient times. Question number 3 है The author's experience at Hor was in stark contrast to earlier accounts of the place. इसका आंसर है Hor was an ugly and miserable place which had no vegetation and just dust and rocks. It was scattered with gathered refuse, and it is luckless that it was on the shore of Lake Mansarovar, which is Tibet's most respected water. Ekai Khagji was a Japanese monk who arrived in the town in 1900. He was so moved with the piety of the lake that he cried. After a few years, similar effect was on seven Haydn, a Swedish who did not have such an emotional outburst. The protagonist's car suffered from two punctures in that place. When he reached that place's only cap to have some tea, the place was filled with badly painted concrete and three broken windows. Question number 4 है The author was disappointed with Darshan. इसका आंसर the author was disappointed with Darshan. इसका आंसर है क्यों ये था He was disappointed with Darshan because he was having health issues due to a change in altitude. He had to cold and was unable to sleep at night. The place had no pilgrims and it was filled with loads of remains and trash. Question number 5. The author thought that his positive talking. The author thought that his positive thinking strategy worked well after all. The author thought that his positive thinking strategy worked well after all because he finally met someone who understood his language and was there to complete the Kora just like him. He met Norbu at Darshan's only camp. Earlier he got ill as soon as he reached the place. No one understood English well. He felt lonely as there were no pilgrims around. He decided to team up with him to complete his journey. He maintained his positive thinking approach in life. Briefly comment on the purpose of the author's journey to Mount Khalsa. second part में question number one. The purpose of author's journey to Mount Kailsa. The author wanted to go to Mount Kailash to complete the Kora, which is an essential display in Buddhism. Buddhist believers are to be performed meditation in this process. Second है इसका the author's physical condition in darshan. The author was ill when he reached darshan. His sense were blocked because of the cold weather and altitude change. He did not sleep well, and the next day he went to the Tibetan doctor who gave him some medicine. Question 3 है इसका The author's meeting with Narbo. He was feeling lonely in Darshan as Cheston left for Lhasa. No one knew the English language much in that place. There were no pilgrims at that time of year. He went to Norbo at local camp. Norbo was an academic from Beijing who worked for the Institute of Ethnic Literature. He was at Darjan to complete the Quran. Question 4 है Teston's support to the author during the journey. Teston played an important role during the author's journey. He was an efficient driver. He took care of the author when he got ill after reaching Darjan. He took him to the medical college and got medicine for him. He also informed him about the places they were visiting in their journey. 5 है question 5. As a Buddhist, he told me he knew that it did not really matter if I passed away, but he thought it would be bad for business. Teston was a Buddhist who believed that death is not the end. He might have gone directly to heaven as Kadesh is a holy place. He thought it would be bad if the author died because it might affect his business and he would not get any customers in future. He could have lost his credibility. It is all for today, inshallah.